what does it really mean for an AI to think? Today, we're diving deep into Interview.net, clean architecture. Architectural instinct separates senior .NET engineers from coders. No standardized method exists to assess clean architecture depth. Interview.net introduces a rigorous scenario-based evaluation framework built for .NET teams. But here's where it gets interesting, the architecture assessment gap. Typical .NET interviews, test language trivia, and algorithmic puzzles. Whiteboard sessions ignore the dependency rule, domain isolation, and testability. Teams absorb hidden architecture debt from day one because true design skills remain untested. So what's the real problem? Let's talk about why traditional interviews fail. Clean architecture principles stay abstract without a concrete .NET mapping. Interviewers lack a repeatable model for evaluating layer boundaries, dependency inversion, or aggregate design. The default fallback is syntax recall, not the capability to structure a maintainable system. This raises a critical question, the Interview.net protocol, a scenario-driven engine that forces real architecture decisions under .NET constraints. Candidates design solutions with EF Core, MediatR, and ASP.NET Core, while the system captures every structural choice. Observable, measurable architecture thinking replaces subjective impressions. Now let's zoom in on assessment engine architecture. 3 integrated modules: scenario simulation, decision capture, heuristic scoring. Scenarios inject tension, choose abstraction placement, resolve coupling, and force dependency direction. The engine scores against a calibrated clean architecture rule set for .NET. Here's something most people overlook: clean architecture .NET model. Onion topology enforced as a first-class constraint. Domain, entities, value objects, aggregates 0 external dependencies. Application, use cases, CQRS handlers, interfaces, defines contract. Infrastructure, EF Core API clients, file storage, implements contracts. Presentation, controllers, minimal APIs, Razor pages only references application. Dependency arrows flow inward. Every violation is a measurable signal. Think about this for a second. Scenario components. Layer violation detection, identify misplaced project references and namespace leaks. Greenfield design, build a feature from scratch, respecting full onion separation. Refactoring challenge, untangle a tightly coupled .NET codebase toward clean architecture. Each scenario targets a distinct competency: dependency direction, encapsulation, testability. And this is where things get complex. Interview workflow. Select a scenario from the calibrated library. Candidate opens a pre-configured .NET solution in the live editor. Real-time constraint checker flags dependency rule breaches as they code. Structured debrief captures trade-off reasoning. Final architecture maturity profile generated. But here's where it gets interesting: real-time guardrails. Engine validates project references, namespace dependencies, MediatR handler placement, and EF Core configuration. Violations surface as non-blocking hints or blocking errors, based on assessment mode. Guardrails ensure architectural discipline is observed under pressure, not only explained afterwards. So what's the real problem? Let's talk about architecture maturity profile. Output, a radar chart across 5 axes: dependency direction, domain purity, application separation, infrastructure encapsulation, testability. Scored 0-100 per axis, enabling fair cross-candidate comparison. Profiles reveal whether a candidate truly structures code for long-term evolution. This raises a critical question: measurable impact. Pilot teams, 60% fewer mishires for senior .NET roles. Architecture assessments compress from 3 hours to 45 minutes. 2.3 times better architectural decision-making in 90-day follow-ups. Evidence replaces intuition in the hiring loop. Now, let's zoom in on roadmap, expanding to vertical slice architecture and modular monolith patterns. Integration with .NET Aspire for infrastructure-aware evaluation. AI-generated scenarios from real repository patterns. Public scenario marketplace for community-driven content.